so many YouTube channels on so many subjects, and that includes how to draw. So how do I know I'm choosing the best channels to put my time into watching? Let me say, probably in the end, the most important one is the 10th one. So make sure you at least get that one. But the first one is, if I'm going to choose the best channels for myself, I need to know what I'm trying to do. Wanting to learn to draw may be all I have at the moment, but being clear on whatever that is will help me choose the best subjects. I love watching videos of anyone doing anything to a high standard, but almost all the time for me that's entertainment, because I'm never really going to be doing what they're doing. And there's nothing wrong with watching how to draw videos for entertainment. But if my aim is to learn to draw myself, to be able to produce my own drawings, then my time is going to be better spent watching videos, watching a channel where I'm learning to draw, where I'm improving my drawing skills in a way that's taking me to where I want to go, rather than just being entertaining. Am I wanting entertainment, or am I wanting education? And of course, the best education, I'm sure, is at least interesting, if not entertaining. But in the end, knowing what we're wanting to achieve at the end will help us make the right choices as to what will get me there. And of course, as I go on in my drawing journey, my needs, my aims may change, in which case the most suitable channels for me to watch will also change. And that's all part of the journey, part of the process. But it's all about being aware and being in control and making good choices to get me to where I want to go. Secondly, do the videos in the channel flow consistently from the same understanding of what drawing is, the same theoretical framework, if you like. And of course, is this understanding, is this framework talked about or explained in the course of the videos? This is important because consistency creates less confusion. It's probably not helpful, particularly at the start, to be watching videos where one video comes from a different way of thinking about drawing and therefore contradicts what's being taught in another video in the same channel, because they come from a different way of understanding what's happening. Now, exposure to different ways of understanding the drawing process can be a very helpful, important part of learning to draw. Not to mention interesting and stimulating for our own creativity. But it's not so helpful if we don't know it's happening. That's the important thing. I need to know that this approach to drawing comes from understanding drawing this way, and this is a different way to understand drawing that could lead us to draw in this way. But when I don't understand that underlying assumptions are changing from one video to another, I can just get confused, wondering why are we doing this when we were doing that, and put it down to I'm not capable of understanding, when that's not the problem at all. I just wasn't told what I needed to know to understand what was happening. This next point's really important for channels that do drawing demonstrations, and that's, is the drawing process being explained throughout the drawing? Not just what's happening, but why is it happening? Watching a drawing without understanding what's happening, why it's happening, might be very entertaining, but it doesn't equip me to be able to make my own drawings. At best, I might be able to copy what's happening in the video, but learning is about understanding and about being able to take that knowledge into new areas, into areas relevant for my own needs, my own aims. And that doesn't really happen if we're not given the understanding of what's happening in the drawing demo. This next point flows from the previous two, in that we'll do best in learning from a channel that has a consistent understanding of the drawing process and will help us to understand that then next will show how that big picture understanding, the theory of what drawing's all about, looks like when we draw a particular drawing, lets us see that theory in action, but then also that deals with the sorts of skills that we're wanting to develop in our drawing practice or our art practice. If I'm wanting to learn to draw, then I want to invest my time in videos that are actually teaching me the skills that I'm needing to learn to progress in the way I'm wanting to progress. Now, of course, over time, as my skills and understanding and just thoughts and ideas about drawing, about art change, the skills I need will change, and therefore the best channels for me to watch might change as well. It's all about understanding what's happening so that I can make the best choices for the time I have with the channels I choose. The next point, some channels may have content that's fixed at pretty much the same sort of thing, the same sort of subject at the same sort of level. Now, this can be a nice comfortable place or enjoyable place or helpful place to be, but I need to be aware when my needs go beyond that subject or that level of drawing, that it's probably time to move on to another channel if I can't find what I'm needing because of my own drawing development. And this point flows from a few of the other ones, but is the art that's actually being produced consistent with the art I'm wanting to produce? And is it feasible that in the near future, particularly with the help of this video, that I will be able to produce it? Again, it's not because we can't learn from art demonstrations in different subjects or different materials or at different levels, but we're going to learn most easily and most consistently when what's happening in the videos is what I'm wanting to do and what I have a chance of doing at the moment. And being able to see improvement, steady or even fast improvement, is very good for morale. So we shouldn't underestimate its importance in our own drawing journey. This next point may sound a bit odd, but is the information in the video being presented in a way that sounds so simple, I almost feel like I didn't need to watch the video to hear it. It's so obvious. It sounds so obvious when it's said that way, because a good teacher will make complex things sound simple, sound straightforward. It's not just using simple words, but it's reducing concepts to their simplest form as well. At this point, an Australian magpie walked up to me, maybe 60, 80 centimetres away, and just looked at me. They're a very intelligent bird, and they often associate people with food. Smart enough to realise I wasn't digging up the ground and wouldn't uncover any grubs for him to eat, he moved on. This eighth point may not be as obvious at a given moment, but does the information being presented at the level it's being presented and the way it's being presented lead me on to development and improvement of my drawing style? Or does it require me to change and to end up drawing the way the video presenter, the video artist, is drawing? Can it still make sense with the way I've been drawing, the way I thought I was going to keep drawing, the way I've always wanted to draw? Now, if we draw for any length of time, we do change and develop our drawing style as we become more aware of possibilities and of ways of doing things, and simply develop our skills in doing them. But again, this should be a choice. I shouldn't find that in the end, I have to draw the way the drawing teacher is showing on the video in order to make use of the videos, unless that's what I want to do. A good teacher will teach in a way that brings out the best of my own drawing style, techniques, and aims. This point's so important to stop and think about, and that's, does this channel, are these videos encouraging me to draw because they make drawing more enjoyable for me? Now again, I don't have to enjoy a learning process to benefit from it, but how much better and how much easier to learn is it when I do enjoy the process because of the way the teacher is teaching? Because they make it enjoyable, relevant, consistent, and even entertaining, but not in a passive way where I'm just watching, in an active way where it pulls me in to the thinking and the excitement and the possibilities. And here's the final, and what I believe is the most important, is the fundamental checklist of, is this the best drawing channel for me? And that's when I've watched the channel, the videos from the channel for a while, has my drawing improved? If my aim in watching a channel is to improve my drawing, it's always going to come down to that. Now, I'm probably not really going to know after just a couple of videos, but after some consistency in watching, in applying, in doing my own drawings, can I see that the way this is being taught has connected with where I'm at, with my thinking, with the way I draw, and what I'm able to do at this point, the level I'm at now, to produce results. Grab a couple of drawings from before I started the channel and look at what I was doing then, and look at what I'm doing now, and ask myself, is this channel a good place to stay for a while? As we've said, our needs change, where we're at changes, our aims change, so therefore changing channels is a natural part of this whole process. But if right now I can see that the input, the teaching, the influence of a channel and of a certain teacher has been helpful, then it may be a good place to stay for a bit longer. G'day, I'm Stephen Travers. I hope you found these thoughts helpful. I know from comments it can be overwhelming with the wealth of material on video for someone who's having to work out their own drawing curriculum, someone who's on a self-taught learning journey. I hope these 10 points will help you think about the channels that you're watching so that you can use them for the most benefit in your artwork. And if you've got some other points that you think I've missed that are important about how you can help choose the best channel for you, please tell us all in the comments. But in the end, whatever videos you're watching, whatever drawing you're doing, make sure you have fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.